Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on Twitter X. We're still on no sleep. I maybe got a couple hours, and you said you didn't sleep at all.
No, I was watching Vanderpump Rules. Oh, God. That was it.
Episodes you've already seen?
Yeah, reruns. But I just couldn't fall asleep for the life of me.
I think you were excited because you got to see Princess Catherine.
I was very excited.
It's wonderful.
Thanks for everyone who stuck with us during Trooping of the Color. So
yeah,
it was fun.
It was definitely a different experience because I wanted to go head over to everybody else's live feed to see what they were doing. I'm like, oh, I wonder what they were doing if it was fun. Royal Griff didn't even talk. She just played the thing.
That's awesome.
That's smart. Steph the Ultra Nerd, she mostly just played it and let the music play and everything, which is smart too. Where we just went on rants and raves. We told old stories about LA.
Yeah.
And that's what you get on this channel. You never know what you're going to get.
We should have played that darn thing.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was an option, that you could just sit here and watch Trooping the Color. I was under the impression that you guys wanted a show for 3 hours. And we decided we were just going to do it.
Probably should not have divulged so much information.
Yes.
Too much TMI this morning. But thanks again for watching with us.
And we're also having that week where I eat a jar of capers in the morning. Everybody knows that already. If you've seen this show, they know code for when Nancy eats a jar of capers in the morning, what's going on around the Sidley household for the week. And it's not pretty. So, Stephanie, you bought salt and vinegar chips.
I bought salt and vinegar chips, and I bought jalapenos.
Yes.
So we're both in this. We're in this together.
We're always in it together. Okay, well, something that really set us off, and we're not going to include this in our live tomorrow because we know that a lot of people want to be Meghan and Harry free this weekend, and I can understand. We apologize for going on a couple rants last night, but what happened was so beyond ridiculous. And it took us like about a couple hours to process what had actually happened. We thought at first with the jam that it was just a recycled picture of the strawberry jam.
At 2:30 in the morning, we thought that.
So this is what I first saw on my Twitter page. Turns out Nacho Figueras is #2 jam recipient and conveniently revealed it just hours before Trooping the Color. Besides, Meghan now makes dog biscuits as well and clearly does so just out of pure jealousy towards James Middleton and his dog food business. Pathetic. Royal News is 100% right. So we hop on over to Nacho's Instagram page, and there it is. Again, it's 2:30 in the morning, and Stephanie and I are just thinking, it's that strawberry goop crap.
Yeah, I mean, we're not even awake, so we had no clue.
We didn't put 2 and 2 together. We also had promised in the live we wouldn't bring them up, so it wasn't.
The tell was the raspberry emoji.
Yes,
because I go, is that a raspberry?
And that's when it hit the fan.
It clicked.
And we're like, no, she didn't. It's vindictive, but it's not even clever because if you guys have looked over at her Instagram page, it looks like Instagram figured out she had a lot of bots following her and they had to like take them away. That's usually what happens. They do it on Twitter. They do it on Facebook. They do it on Instagram. If they see that you have a lot of bot present, they'll just take those people out and delete their pages. So she's now at 614, which is absolutely pathetic for a launch that has been out this many months. It's absolutely pathetic. 2 of 2 means there's only 2 raspberry jams out there.
That's what was so calculating about it, is that it's like she heard that Princess Catherine was going to make her return. She read the statement. She started throwing plates in Culver City. And then she got her pots and pans and she made raspberry jam.
Obviously, he's had this for a while. No, he's had this for a while. And I think it's been in her arsenal for a while to use. She's like, hey, you know, when something goes, listen, Nacho has proven him and Delphina are not good people. Okay. And that's allegedly, I'm not being mean to them. I'm not bullying, but they have proved that they're not very good people.
So
they're
you
not.
think this has been there for a while, but that's your opinion. My opinion is that this happened yesterday.
But how did she get the jar to Miami in time?
I don't, Nancy, there's so many things you can do There's so many things you can do.
I think this jam was in their cupboard for a while to save for a rainy day. That is what I believe. What do you guys think? Do you believe Stephanie's theory? You know, it could even be photoshopped. It could not even be there. She could have sent him that picture, and then he redid the picture. That could be a picture of her backyard for all we know.
Yeah, I don't believe for a second that this was pre-planned. This was calculated yesterday.
Now,
this was not in the works. This was not in his cupboard 4.5 weeks ago.
Yeah. Now, the reason I think there might be some Photoshop editing going on, the dog picture. I don't know why, but if you look at the dog's leg, you see the dog's on the left-hand side, how it's perfectly creased so you can still see the top of the jar.
Also, the jar is a lot bigger in this picture than it appears to be in someone's hand.
Yeah.
So either that's a miniature greyhound, right?
I guess.
I believe so.
Yeah.
That dog then must be the size of a teacup.
I mean, it would have to be like let's say the jam.
I ordered a large.
Say the jam's like a little smaller than this, right?
Because this is an
oversized mug.
It's like
this
this.
Is a Portland oversized mug. Back in the 90s, kids. That dog would have to be this. Yeah, that would be one small dog.
Big,
yeah,
the jam. So I just
speculation.
Nancy, it's not a coincidence that this happened yesterday.
Yes, of course
it is not a coincidence.
I'm not saying that, but I think
if anyone's going to be in cahoots with these two, it's going to be Nacho and his wife.
And we're agreeing on that. So let's get to the dog biscuits. Okay, so is that jar really tiny too? It's just the height of the biscuits now. I mean,
ratio.
Look at how big those dog biscuits are compared to the dog.
Compared to the dog. It's bigger than the it doesn't make any sense.
Now, we're not saying that this is Photoshop. Do not take our word on this. We are just speculating what it looks like to us. It doesn't look like the dog and that dog biscuits jar is in the same picture. I'm sorry if I had to guess. My first thing looking at it, it looks weird. Plus, I would never give my dog anything that Meghan Markle sent me, ever. This is a woman who rescued a dog, supposedly, when it was a puppy, and then made up a story about seeing Ellen at the shelter, and then gave the dog away and claimed it was old when it wasn't.
Yeah, dumped it. She dumped it.
To put my trust into Meghan Markle when it comes to anything dog related, I would not do it. So I doubt they gave their dog anything. I'm going to take Meghan out of the equation. I'm going to take the fact that trooping the color never happened. Okay. And Princess Catherine is still, incognito. Let's say Meghan did this on her own and we just had to see this before Father's Day. It was a Father's Day launch or whatever.
Yeah.
Who knows? She still didn't put it up on her website. She's still not selling this crap.
Yes.
And again, the rollout is so cheap looking. The dog biscuits, really just a jar and then a little thing.
We need to remember it was 2 of 2. I think that's the smoking gun. It was not, there were not 50 of these made. This is not any kind of launch in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
this was, again, something to take the attention off Princess Catherine, and let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sugarcoat this and go, oh my gosh, it was just a coincidence. What a coinky dink. No, it wasn't.
So this Buckingham Palace stuff comes out, Princess Catherine stuff comes out. You would think she would have like the forefront to call up Nacho and go, please don't put it up tonight. That is what sane people do. They don't. First of all, the jam got lost now. It's lost in the shuffle. The only people that are really picking it up is People Magazine. Now, we know their go-to people are People Magazine. That is Ari Emanuel's go-to. That is Kardashian's go-to. So we know that when we read these words, this is what Meghan wants you to hear. Meghan Markle's friend shares photos of her new product from her American Riviera Orchard brand. Prince Harry's polo playing pal, Nacho Vigueras, revealed the next jam flavor. On June 14th, Meghan and Prince Harry's polo playing pal Nacho Vieras shared photos on his Instagram stories of a jar of raspberry jam featuring the logo of the Duchess of Sussex's new brand. Nacho and his wife Delphina were previously among the 50 recipients of Meghan's debut strawberry jam. Now, I don't think there were 50 jars. We kept saying, when are we going to see more of these jars? It's like an advent calendar, blah, blah. I don't think there were 50 jars, guys. I really don't. I think the hype was just looking at the numbers and who got the numbers. I really do.
I believe there were 50 jars.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And I think that a lot of people just were like, nope.
That's true. That's true.
Nope.
Well, yeah, like Serena Williams.
A lot of people were like, it ain't going to happen.
Including Mindy Kaling, Chrissy Teigen, and Kris Jenner. I mean, read those three names off.
Mindy Kaling, Chrissy Teigen, and Kris Jenner.
That's the best she can do. And the raspberry edition appears to be even more exclusive. The jar was labeled 2 of 2 with the flavor handwritten on the label. In addition to the new jam flavor, Nacho also shared a photo of his dog posing next to a container of dog treats. Although there was no American Riviera Orchard logo on the jar, dog biscuits appear to be written in Meghan's calligraphy. Dog treats and other pet supplies were among the goods listed in trademark applications for exclusive rights to sell products under the American Riviera Orchard name. Meghan, 42, all right, and Harry are dog parents of 3. You know what? I'd like to see that. I'm not gonna speculate on that. A source previously told People that Meghan's new venture will reflect everything that she loves: family, cooking, entertaining, and home decor. Why don't you just be honest? She loves fame, money,
and grifting.
And power. Meghan finds the name American Riviera Orchard perfect. Now, again, she's writing this. She wants you guys to read this right now. It feels authentic to her. Oh my God. She can't wait for the website to launch, the insider added. She is excited about her latest personal venture. This is something she's been wanting to do for a while. She is excited to share her style and things that she loves. Oh my goodness. Then why didn't you put it out when everybody was launching their stuff during Mother's Day? Serena put out her brand during Mother's Day. I mean, what is wrong with you? The hint of Meghan's newest product came hours before the royal family stepped out together in London for Trooping the Colour, the parade and public celebration of King Charles's birthday on June 15th. People confirmed earlier this month that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex had not been invited to Trooping the Colour. Duh! For the second year in a row, the pair stepped back as working members of the royal family in 2020. There you go. She wanted everybody to remember that they weren't invited. I mean, this is petty. This is vindictive. And you know what? We can be, you want to play petty? We'll get petty. We can do it too, Meghan.
I'm just confused on why she thought that we would forget. Like if she wanted to stay under the radar during Princess Catherine's comeback, this was the opposite of what she should have done, because now people like us, and I would imagine even people that are Meghan supporters, are kind of shifting now and going, that was bizarre.
Yeah.
Why would she do that? And I was reading some of the Sussex Squad's backpedaling on Instagram, and I think I sent you one of these, but one of the Sussex Squad said, you know, why can't we all just get along? Why can't Prince William and Prince Harry squash this? Look how happy they all were, the 4 of them. They're now backpedaling to the point that they almost realize we done effed up.
Yeah. Oh, they are.
And I'm shocked that she would even put this out there, because it's making her look worse.
2 of one of the biggest squaddies, both these women had Omid Scobie on their TikTok channels, whatever, when he was back trying to peddle his grifting book of lies and conspiracies. And they had him on because nobody would have him on back then. So the 2 girls that had him on are now probably 2 of the biggest backpedalers ever. One put up that Matta girl that I didn't even know who she was until Meghan's mole pointed her out. But yesterday she was like, I hope everyone apologizes to me for me saying that I thought Princess Catherine was alive the whole time. And it was like,
well, You're right. And
this girl like spent most of her years, and we have the screenshots, spent most of her years threatening the Wales children.
yes.
She cannot stand Princess Catherine. Then the other one, you and I actually did a video on her, the Meredith one. She's trying to get out of this one too. You could tell. She's trying to make it all about the British press. She's trying to cover these stories. I come here every day for my grandma, okay? And that's why I'm doing the right thing. That's why I don't tell lies and why I don't knock the royal family, okay? Because I'm doing the right thing. And you know you're doing the wrong thing right now, and that's why, you know, you guys are backpedaling. But it's not going to happen. Guess what, guys? We're not going to forget.
Well, Chris Boozy even said in his tweet this morning, he said, I never said anything bad about Princess Catherine. I've never said anything bad about her. I've never said that anything that it was AI. I never said that. He's just these lies that he told. Now he's burying himself with it. It's like now you can't come up for air.
I mean, the facts are Americans saw what she did yesterday, Meghan Markle, and it's a new low. She's an even bigger joke than she was before. Her friends and her followers are jumping ship, and you know, we're not going to let this go. We're not going to let it go because this is the problem. If we let it go, guys, they're going to get comfortable. Then they're going to feel like they can get comfortable. You don't want to make them get comfortable, okay? She's not going to make money. We're not going to let her make money off this, okay? She needs to apologize to the royal family, and then we'll stop talking about you. But until that happens, we're going to keep talking about you, okay? And we're going to keep exposing you. Now, I want to show you what Nacho put up too. I don't know if anybody saw this, but he put up a really cryptic post right after he put up the jam and the dog biscuits. You know, like when Khloe was fighting with Tristan, and then we'd always get those posts in a row. This is what he put right up after, like this was just seconds after. Good things come to those who believe. Better things come to those who are patient. The best things come to those who don't give up. Now, do you think this was directed to Meghan?
Of course. Okay. He knew he was getting clout today. He knew exactly what was happening. Did he think posting Scam Jam the day Princess Catherine came out of hiding was not going to stir things up? What was he thinking? Of course that was meant for us to read. Of course. He's, in my opinion, a moron and doesn't understand the backlash that it's going to receive. I mean, but that's part of the narcissism, is that they do these things and they just don't get it. They have no self-awareness for the outcome.
Princess Catherine broke the internet yesterday with that picture and that message, and she will continue to break the internet this week. You know, it's all over American news. It was top of the story all morning.
Top of the pops.
Yes, top of the pops. So we are so excited she's back, and we'll discuss the Trooping of the Color highlights tomorrow during our live. Today's dog rescue is Layla's Heart Ranch and Rescue. We mentioned them on our live, but we want to mention them again because they just did a huge move, guys, to another ranch, actually in Oregon. And they are saving a lot of animals in the West Coast, a lot from those high kill California shelters. We don't really have them in Oregon, but California has a lot, unfortunately. So they spend a lot of money on transport, obviously food, veterinary care. They do amazing work, but they could really use our help right now. I'll put their link in the description below. Please, please, please check them out. Share them with friends and family. Tell them how great they are. They're just wonderful. Layla's Heart Ranch and Rescue.
And we will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to do our live. We'll do a whole recap. We'll talk about all the breaking news, all the pop culture crap that's going on. We might even put J-Lo and Ben in there.
Oh, man.
Because that's breaking my heart. So everybody, we will see you tomorrow. And thanks again for putting up with our Trooping of the Color live. Okay. All right. We love you guys. Bye.